This is a tale of two cities and two mothers and two little girls that all come together on the dusty thoroughfares of a place called Colonia Esperanza. The neighborhood is like many in Tijuana. Women do the washing on the rocks with what water they can. It is delivered every 4 days in rusty steel cans by the side of the road. And often you will see the women shoveling out the rubble to homestead a place for their children.
Apenas trabajando el padre y la madre, los dos juntos es para medio vivir.
When they have both parents have to work. And the kids, they are running or walking alone or staying alone in the house with sometimes no food at all. But when they have one single parent, that single parent have to leave, and it's the same thing or worse, because you see little girls carrying the babies with them, buying tortillas or buying things for eat.
In Colonia Esperanza, many of the parents go off to work in the nearby maquiladoras, twin border plants. Too many have to leave their children alone.
Pues casi la mayoría del tiempo están solos.
They spend about 10 hours alone in the house, so I think that they need more the feel of warmth of a house, of home, that they don't have here.
What they do have now is a place where they can go for at least a few hours a day, to play, to draw, to drink perhaps their only milk of the day. This is the kinder operated by the Americas Foundation.
Es mejor, porque así, sí, es mejor, y está bien, y estamos muy contentas, muy agradecidas.
We are very happy, very proud, and our life has changed because the kinder.
No one's life has changed more than that of Lupita Hernandez and her daughter, Ana Rosa. No one's life has changed more than that of Christine Brady Costco and her daughter, Emily.
Originally, I was working in an orphanage in Tijuana, and I came to know Ana Rosa because she was desperately ill with hepatitis B, and I cared for her. I fell in love with her, and I wanted to adopt her. The mother came back, and Lupita, and wished to reclaim her child. And so I came with Lupita to the Colonia where she lived and saw the conditions: no water, no electricity, no money, no floor, no food. And I was concerned about the situation Ana Rosa was going back into. And I had to make a decision. Do I allow this dear child that I loved to go back, or do I try to take a child away from her mother who dearly loves her? And the compromise position was to not fight for the child, to allow the child to go back to her mother, and to try to organize some support in the community to assist families like Ana Rosa's.
But even before she met Ana Rosa, the Americas Foundation was born on a street corner in Tijuana. I remember walking down the street with my friend Christine when a desperate toddler crossed our path. She broke down in tears.
I was a mother myself, and when I saw this child with an enlarged head on an emaciated body, I was horrified.
That's what led Christine to the orphanage.
Como no tenía los 50,000 pesos para dárselas a mi mamá.
My mother wanted me to pay her 50,000 pesos for taking care of the children, and I didn't have it.
For 50,000 pesos, or roughly $22, Lupita Hernandez was separated from her baby.
Y yo pues no los tenía.
My mother got mad, and when she got mad, she went to DIF and had them come and get the children. I was at work when it happened.
DIF, the Mexican Social Service Agency, which then and now is overwhelmed with many babies like Ana Rosa.
Yes, I believe another little boy who I knew died of hepatitis B while I was there. I think of all the other Ana Rosas in these houses, and I don't think she is the one and the only. She's just, for me, a symbol.
La comida del domingo.
Sopa de pasta, la comida del domingo, porque hoy es domingo, ¿no? Coca-Cola.
The play is funny. The message is totally serious. The wife supposedly preparing her husband his favorite dinner of Coca-Cola and potato chips. He ends up with a sick stomach.
No tengo dinero, pero luego le pago, dile.
Dr. Frausto!
almost 2 years, Christine Brady Casco and Dr. Felipe de Jesus Romero traveled the colonias of Tijuana, at first with only a can of worms in hand, to demonstrate their lectures on hygiene and health.
Y salen a depositar sus
Dr. Armando Fausto has also joined the Americas Foundation to talk to mothers about nutrition and cleanliness.
Cuidar a mi bebé
Take care of my baby,
para atenderlo mejor.
know how to take care well of him.
La sal, la comida,
Like cleaning my house, cleaning the food,
todas sus
wash my
medicinas,
hands.
bueno, lo que sea de comida, todo. Verdura, todo eso.
Wash the vegetables and try to give them vegetables.
And now, across the street from the kinder, the Americas Foundation runs a clinic. For the price of 1,000 pesos or 40 cents, people can come for doctor visits and get medicine.
Para contener la diarrea. No le vamos a dar ningún medicamento más que puros electrolitos.
Demasiado importante para Tijuana, para México, porque
it's very important for Tijuana and for Mexico. These colonias are so poor and we don't have economic or cultural resources to get ahead. People remember the talks we've given.
It was the people of Colonia Esperanza who invited the Americas Foundation here. It was the people who told the foundation what they needed. They needed education, daycare, and medical services.
And it was the people of Colonia Esperanza who built the kinder and the clinic.
Pues en primer lugar, si no estuviera en el kinder ni la clínica, pues...
Since the kinder has been here, it makes a difference. The kids are happy. They bring happiness to our neighbor. Because before the kinder was there, it was only a place for garbage. So right now we hear the kids playing, laughing, and it's make the people more motivated to come and go with their kids.
Oh, a dibujar, hacer monitos, dibujitos.
My son is learning how to make designs, to draw and to paint. I taught him in the house, and now the teacher is teaching him.
It started with a little girl, then a family, then a community, with a little help from across the border.
They're overwhelmed by the conditions that they see. They don't get to know the people very well. And the people are making progress. And I've been encouraged watching them struggle with so little, what they're able to accomplish.
Christine Brady Casco holds a degree in physics from Princeton and one in engineering from Stanford. She gave up her life in the United States to move to Tijuana.
I cared about this child and I didn't want to abandon her.
Lupita Hernandez, who had little but despair, now has a job at the kinder. And along the way, 2 little girls from 2 different sides of the border came to feel like family.
Emily doesn't have any cousins, and the Mexicans think of Americans as their cousins. That's how they refer to them, our cousins. Very few Americans know that.
But San Diego still sits at the doorstep of the third world.
We look at the despair in our world and we say, how can I make a difference? You know, it is hopeless unless we try. Colonia Esperanza means colony of hope. It is that close to home. It is that important. It is that easy for you and me to make a difference.
The people of Colonia Esperanza have dedicated land here to the Americas Foundation for a facility that will house education and daycare and clinic facilities. And someday we will be able to say, it is the house that 2 little girls built.